Are we? Hold on. I just want to make sure. Yes, we are live. What's good, everybody? Welcome back to our channel. My name is Aisha.
My name is Lyah.
This is the Two Real Chicks YouTube channel. I was going to say podcast, but this is the first episode. Um, for reasons we don't want to disclose right now, we're not going to fully put this on a podcast base. We want to see where this audience grows into, and if you guys are really in demand of that, like an audio version by itself, then we will give that to you guys. But right now, it just makes sense for us to just stay on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. Also, all of our social media links are linked in the description box down below. That's personal for the both of us, and that is our joint stuff for Two Real Chicks. Um, Today's episode over here is going to be us talking about our eye condition, how we became friends, and where did this idea of starting something together even come from? Because I mean, about 10 months ago, I didn't know who the fuck Lyah was.
Same.
Right. So like, how did we get to this point and all that good stuff? I guess we can start off with how we met, because that's always fun. A nice origin story. So Lyah, take it off.
I beat her ass, and then we became friends.
See, this is why I fuck with her. Y'all see why?
That's how. That's the story. No, but I um I started my TikTok journey. I think we should start there and just say how we even came to be on TikTok before we even do our little origin story. So I started my TikTok journey back in November. And November 2020. And the first video that I did was a no nuance November thing. And so I started doing videos from there. And then I started, but before then I had downloaded TikTok. I had been on the app, been an account, user on the app or whatever, ever since like May. So I'd seen her videos on TikTok a whole lot, but she wasn't that interesting to me. Like, okay, you got stories about the blind school and everything. Okay, cool, that's fine. But I just didn't. I don't know. I didn't gravitate towards her. I don't know what video made me click on her page and follow her, but I started scrolling down the Aisha rabbit hole,
It's
and
a great rabbit hole to be down. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
and it. I mean, no, it ain't. Um, so started scrolling down the Aisha rabbit hole or whatever, and we started stitching each other's videos, and she
Lyah
came
was
in.
pissing me off.
Yeah, she wanted to whoop my ass, y'all. She thought I was trying to fight, which we can still do that if that's the type of time you on. But
Y'all, we gonna see each other in May. So, well, in March. So we gonna see.
but like I was stitching her videos. I stitched one of her videos where she said that somebody had she had seen a creator stitch a video saying that somebody said that she does her blind thing for attention and whatnot. And she was like, "Well, don't we all do that for attention, even though we're not actively trying to seek attention?" And I was like, "No," I said. Their comment that they made is very much stupid because they're trying to get attention for saying we're trying to get attention. Like I was stitching a video and I replied to a comment that she left under my video, and she ended up DMing me on TikTok saying that we should do a podcast. I had a podcast. I still have a podcast. I just haven't posted on it.
She just ain't posted shit.
Um, don't talk about me. I just hadn't posted on it, haven't posted on it in a while. But she said that we should, do a podcast and whatnot. And I was like, okay, that's fine. We could do a podcast episode together. So that's where it originally started. It started with
Mm-hmm.
us saying, I'll come on your podcast and we'll have a conversation and we'll talk.
Mm-hmm.
Then we ended up,
Hold on. Pause. This is where I could chime in. So I had a surgery back October 12th of 2020, and I had downloaded it right after my surgery. And I needed something to like easily scroll on because I'm already doing YouTube, and like I knew I needed just something fun that I could do. And TikTok really wasn't something I was really into. Like I wasn't into musically, so I was like, well, I ain't about to do a bunch of dances. That's not me. I can't dance. So, and I don't think my man want me to be shaking my ass. So like TikTok just seemed fun because you could just keep scrolling, right? So I downloaded it in October, like right after the surgery, like I said. And October 21st was the first day I started like really posting. And I started picking up some traction, and I saw one girl's video about the same eye condition I got. We'll get into that in a second. And I was like, okay, this is what we doing over here. Because I started listening to more story times and stuff like that. So how me and Lyah, from my standpoint, came about is I start seeing her videos like here and there popping up here and there. Like she said, like we didn't see no reason to really follow each other. We don't have the same eye condition, but Lyah one day was like, said something in one of her videos, and I was like, what the fuck? Like everything she said, I don't know if it was just pissing me off or what, or I was just irritable. I was still coming off of whatever I was coming off of, and I was like, I think this girl wanna fight me because she's stitching my videos. I would post, she would stitch. She would post, I would stitch. And it was like a back and forth type of thing. It was each other's comments, all that. So I'm like,
TikTok
but she
wars.
seemed cool as fuck. Like, genuinely seemed cool as fuck. So I was like, I'm gonna just hit her up. And if she, don't bite the bait, I'm gonna just be like, fuck her then. Like, if she don't like me, she don't like me. So
I still don't.
Oh my God, Lyah love me. I don't give a fuck what she thinks. She loves me. I hit her up and I was like, hey, we need to do a podcast. Because she had first started talking about her podcast. I'm like, we need to do that together. I need to be on there talking shit to you. Like, we need to be bantering. And we started DMing. And then we was like, well, why the fuck are we DMing? Bitch, text me. So she starts texting me. We start texting each other. And now, y'all, we text her every fucking day. So that's how, like, the social media started thing with us. Like, with us getting to know each other and trying to build, but who knew it was going to be a turn to this?
And really how we even really got to start texting each other, I was starting my YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
And I was in a Discord group at the time, and one of the girls in the Discord group was like, I can edit your videos, like I'm not really really great at it, but like I think I'm pretty decent. And she said, I'll do it for free. And I was going to send her my videos, and she was like, well, I can, like, iMovie's pretty easy to use. I was like, well, I tried using iMovie and it ain't easy for me. Like, it doesn't work. She's like, well,
Right.
I can edit your videos. Just send me your videos. I can edit them and we can go from there. And so she sent me her number, and then it started from us talking about videos and editing videos to us really like opening up and actually starting to have a conversation.
Yeah.
And then it kind of evolved from there. But I low key think she still think I want to whoop her ass. But
Oh my God.
Whatever. It's fine. It's fine. We're fine. It's fine. It's fine. We're fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Oh my Lord.
So,
But it went into, let's do a podcast on your podcast, to like, okay, let's just do a podcast in general. Let's just do something together. And obviously with C19 and all that happening, a lot of people started to do a lot of things virtually. So I was like, I know there's a way we can do it. Like I physically see people doing this every single day. And I didn't think that it was actually going to work, but it fucking worked.
And it's funny because we were having a conversation. I'm sorry. We were having a conversation and we were like, I think sometimes we are opposites, but then it's like sometimes we are like, it's almost like we're twins.
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes I may think one way about something and then she may think another way about something. And then it's like us going back and forth, having a discussion and being like, well, I don't think that's that. I don't think it's this. And I think you may be reading a little bit into it. And she's like, well, no, you got to look at it this way. You got to look at it that way. Blah, 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 blah. And I'm just like, you know what? I think we should collab. I sense a collaboration coming on. I think we should have a podcast. I think we should call it this. The name that we were going to use doesn't even matter anymore because
right. Because what if one day we use that shit?
We ain't even using it. But I think we should call it this. And then we looked and searched it up on social media and realized everybody had the damn name, so we had to
everybody and they fucking mom.
And I was like, bro, we can't. And I'm like, bro, we can't even use it. So it was really just that, and it's like, the conversation was very much authentic and organic like it is now. And It wasn't anything that was forced. And I think the one commonality that we had was like, we are blind women. We're Black, obviously. And I think we were both kind of searching for just some, like a genuine, authentic friendship within, with somebody. And the thing that they say, don't talk to people on the internet. Like, talk to people on the internet.
It would have been, it would have been real stupid for us, like, because it's a group of what, 5 of us? Is it 5?
Yes.
So we all for sure were on the sentiment of like, well, we don't know if this is gonna work, but we're gonna reach out to these girls, and if they connect, we just gonna connect.
Right, and it is
And
what it is.
friendship group is closed. We're not opening it up for nobody else. We're good. We're solid.
We ain't making
And
no more
it was
group chats.
definitely us like really diving into this like friendship because it's COVID. COVID happened. And you in the house, you can't really go out and make face-to-face friends. Working for us is like not really a thing. So it's like, how else are you going to make genuine real life friendships?
Connections and yeah.
So reaching out on social media, that was gonna be your best bet. Now we tried to reach out to a couple of people and they did not bite our bullet.
Okay. Like there was this one friend that we had at first, she was not responding. And then we started talking on Instagram, me and this one friend, whom y'all will see in the stream.
Yes.
One of these days. I ain't gonna say their names or nothing like that. But like,
cause she famous.
Yeah, she, you know. She the blind Molly Burke of the group, but that's fine.
No, she not.
But like we were talking to her, we was like, we reached out to such and such, and she ain't even trying to respond. I don't think she really want to talk to us like that. Like we had a whole attitude. Because we was like, bruh, we was trying to talk to her, and she ain't even responding to nobody's DM and blah blah blah. Like it was like, damn. The whole time it's just like, oh my god, I don't even check my DMs like that. I'm sorry, blah 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 blah. And then she was cool people, and we was like, oh, and we get mad at you because you ain't respond.
Right. How dare us?
Like, how dare you be on the pedestal? Like, fuck you. But like, no, it wasn't even that. It wasn't even that. Communication goes a long way, people. Goes a long way.
Right. So, our eye conditions. Y'all know we've mentioned it in the thing a couple of times that we are blind. So, I guess I'll start off since Lyah started off, you know, how we met. I had an eye condition that developed in my teens when I was 16. I'm now 25. My eye condition is called idiopathic intracranial hypertension, or hold on, let me put my phone on mute.
I need to go
before they blow up the group chat. It's called idiopathic intracranial hypertension, or IIH, or sickle tumor cerebri. Basically, it's a false tumor, and it builds fluid all up in your head, spinal cord, your spine, all that stuff. Y'all can really dive into it. I'll link down the description box to a video that I did about it on my second channel on YouTube called Aisha's Life, and I really got into the first part of the story. I'll be telling that second part of the story soon, but yeah, it got caught. Well, it got, you know, how do I say this? It was found that I had this condition because like my eyes were really blurry and like it was a lot going on. I was having like these total blackouts, and I didn't understand what was happening to me at 16. I'm thinking, oh, I'm just stressed out because of school. Because I mean, what else would a freaking 16-year-old be stressed out about? So
right.
My grandma took me to the eye doctor. He was like, how did you walk in here without falling over? And I'm like, I don't know, you know, just walked in here, you know? And he was like, well, there's a lot of fluid in your optic nerves. I'm like, huh? What? Like, what's going on? My grandmama concerned. I'm concerned. And come to find out, I had a pseudotumor. Found out that night. Had a spinal tap that day. And it was like a lot. But like I said, you guys can go to the link in the description and like see that full story in detail. Because if I sit here, I'll probably be talking for over an hour. But yeah, I went to the blind school, graduated from the Indiana School for the Blind and Visually Impaired. I learned a lot. I learned Braille within 6 months, fully, where I was able to read it, write it with no problem. I honestly feel like if I didn't go blind, I probably be into some crazy stuff, and I probably have like 15 kids by now. So let's just thank that. Thank God that I was humbled. Okay. I really had a hard time accepting it, obviously, because I mean, you woke up one day being able to see, woke up the next not being able to see a lot. I was driving. I had to stop driving for obvious reasons. I can see out of my left eye. I can't see out of my right fully. Like my right eye is the bad eye. I'm not gonna say how much I can see out of it because I mean that's a safety thing. But some blind people feel like that's a weird thing to not confess how much vision you have. But I'm like, that's a safety thing. Like, why would the fuck would you say that? But yeah, like I'm 25. I work pretty much. Getting back into that, but y'all know more about that further into the podcast stuff. But I work. I have a boyfriend. We have our own place. I'm fully independent. Um, yeah, like the eye condition definitely hasn't stopped anything. I'm definitely fully independent. Like I don't be like sitting around, oh my gosh, shaking in a corner because my vision. No, that's not me. I'm very bubbly, and y'all get to see that over here on this channel. Like very bubbly, especially if you go subscribe to my Aisha's Life YouTube channel. You'll see that. Very bubbly, very goofy, and not a lot of things get me down unless I'm just sad that day. My boyfriend can tell you all about that because a bitch be emotional. But yeah, that's my eye condition in a whole, summed up in the small little bundle of stuff. Because I could, like I said, I could talk about that for a whole hour with no problem. So Lyah, take it away.
Hold on. Okay, my camera is on. I had to make sure because I had to turn my camera off. So my eye condition is called congenital sclerocornea nystagmus. Don't ask me how to spell it because I don't fucking know.
Hell, I don't know how to spell pseudotumor cerebri.
So my eye condition, there's not really a whole lot to know about it. I believe it's a sporadic. It's like it can be genetic or sporadic. I believe mine was a sporadic case. It happened during, me being developed and whatnot. So there's not a whole lot that I can really say about it. But my mom said that she kind of figured something wasn't right when they ended up taking me. I was born in Greenville, Mississippi, so they took me to the capital of Mississippi, which is Jackson. And they took me, to the hospital or whatever to kind of like to kind of observe me, do surgery, all that kind of stuff. I'm sorry for the noise in the background. My mom and my sisters are just really, really loud people. But anyways, so after all of that, like there's this guy that came when I was a baby that kind of made sure I was on track, developing normally as normal babies would, because with a condition like that, you don't know what else could happen. There were some other things that had went on during my mom's pregnancy that could have contributed to me going blind, but I won't get into that. But what I will say, all I will say in terms of that was my daddy was a hoe. But anyways, but so there are some other things that could have went on that could have contributed to that. But other than that, there was a guy that came and tried to make sure that I was developing properly, that I was being able to reach certain milestones that babies would reach around a certain time. And I was doing great. I was doing fine. And he told my mom that, she's going to be doing things that you probably wouldn't expect for her to do. And you're going to be amazed at the things that she'll be able to do just as a blind person. And he wasn't lying. He didn't lie. I always tried to, be normal because I was normal. And I think people looked at me as abnormal because they had never seen a blind person in their lifetime. It's not something that they were accustomed to seeing. It wasn't their normal. And so it wasn't a hard life growing up. I had my moments where I really thought seeing would be the best option or the better option because it would make my life easier. I also had my moments where I didn't want to accept the fact that I was blind or that I would be blind forever. Not the fact that I was, but that I would be forever. And I had to accept that really, really quickly because if not, I'd be forever trying to chase a dream of being able to see when the likelihood of that happening is very much impossible. So, but I'm able to do all the normal things that, any other sighted person would do. My blindness ain't stopping nothing but me being able to see. That's it. Like that is it. That is all. It's not stopping anything. It's not. It's not doing none of that. So yeah, that's my story in a nutshell. I have it on my YouTube channel if y'all want to go see it.
Yeah,
All
these
those
links will be
are
in the description.
So
All right, let me turn my camera back on. We'll get way better at this, y'all. I promise. So, yeah, that is our eye stories. Definitely us being black and blind. First of all, people look at disabled black people in a whole nother way. Well, disabled people in general, but being black woman and being blind, that's a different type of. That's different.
There's some intersectionality going on, which I think a lot
Right.
of people be failing to realize. It's like now we sometimes you can cover multiple minority. You can be in multiple groups at the same time, and
Yeah.
they view us as disabled, black, and then women. And I know that people
Yeah.
are like, "Well, you're a woman, regardless." Like, no, be
Mm-mm.
real. Be real about it. We are disabled first, black second, and a woman last, and then
Yep.
a human being if they feel like thinking of us as such. Um, and being all those things, like you're automatically born with you struck out before you even knew what a strike was, you
Right.
know, because they're already underestimating you. And not only are you having to deal with the stereotypes of being disabled, but you also have to deal with the stereotypes that come with you being a black woman, you being perceived as
Mm-hmm.
a threat, you being perceived as
Aggressive.
loud, aggressive, angry, all those kinds of things. And we have good reason to be angry, you know what I'm saying,
Mm-hmm.
but we choose not to.
Right.
But honestly, like, fuck them and they stereotypes. I know what I
Mm-hmm.
am, and I refuse to allow a stereotype to try to like define that for me. Like, I know who I am. I know I'm not this oh, poor blind girl. Like, no, I ain't never been that. Never
Nah.
was allowed to be that.
Nah.
If I want to be angry, I'm gonna be angry because I'm a human
Right.
being. Before anything else, I'm a human being. So if I want to be angry, I'm gonna be angry. If you get aggressive with me, I'm gonna get aggressive with you. I basically be matching energies. That's
Right. That's like our families. Like they didn't sit around and be like, "Oh, don't let her do that. She blind." Like if anything, my grandmother was telling people like, "Aisha can do that. Don't stop her from doing that. She can do that." Like cooking, I love to cook. Y'all follow my social medias, my definitely my TikTok because you girl I throw it down, okay? I when I first went blind, I was like, "Well, how the fuck am I cook?" Like I love to cook. I love to know that people are full because of me. You know. And that's one thing that I definitely was like, oh, I'll never be able to do this. But there are blind people that are chefs. There are blind people that
mm-hmm.
be chefing it up, cooking it up. I'm one of them. And
I don't cook a lot, but
us,
I do like it. It's therapeutic. Therapeutic.
us being blind, that doesn't stop us from doing a damn thing. Like we literally do everything everybody else do. The only thing we can't do is motherfucking drive. That's it.
I hate
That's
that shit.
literally it.
Tesla need to correct. They need to get their shit together because I want to be
For
like, I'm
real.
gonna pull up on you, bitch.
Like, hold on, let me get dressed. Okay, as soon as they are able to have us have driving cars by themselves, and all I can do is sit in the passenger or sit in the driver, baby,
I'm on the road. I'm on the
I'm
road.
right there.
I'm on the road. That's all I'm telling you. I'm on the road.
Mm-hmm.
Why y'all was on the road? You seen the movie The Temptations when he said that? Like, why y'all was on the
Yes.
road?
Oh,
Mad
this
aggressive.
this podcast would not be about our blindness, but we figured that this probably should be one of the first because our podcast episodes would be in video form. Like you guys are going to be able to see us, and then other things that, if depending on if we want to be on camera, the days that we do like our Sunday streams. I mean, it's a Sunday. Who want to be on camera on Sunday? But if we choose to, y'all know by the layout of the stream if it's gonna be live, like video form, or y'all gonna see our avatars. Um, so it just depends. It all depends. The podcast is gonna be about a range of topics. It's gonna be hitting very deep shit, like real deep stuff. So y'all sticking around for that would be amazing because this episode is just going to give you guys all the answers that you may have, and you guys may have more answers, more questions that we can answer throughout the lifespan of the podcast. But as of now, this is what we're going to do it. This is where you guys can mainly solely find us at our social medias, our Instagram and TikTok. Those are only two. We're gonna be posting all types of stuff on there. It may not just be celebrity news and gossip stuff like that. That's just something fun that we can talk about. Obviously, because
They
celebrities,
always got some tea. They always got
always got
tea.
something going on. um, But this is going to be a really cool space for us. We have a lot of nice, fun, fresh ideas that keep coming and pulling together. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be awesome. And with us meeting up in March, we'll be able to have vlogs like that when we see each other in person. Because I live in Indiana, born and raised in Indiana. I've lived in Arizona though, so
I
that's
live
nice.
in Mississippi right now,
So
aka
we're
Tennessee.
distant friends. See, Lyah be saying that she lives in Mississippi, and then she'll say she's in Tennessee. So don't be getting confused about where Lyah says she at, okay?
There's a reason why I say I live in Tennessee, but we ain't gonna talk about that on this thing right now.
Lyah is visiting Mississippi. Wink, wink. Okay, she is
Yeah,
visiting. She does not live
long
there. That
term,
is.
visiting long term.
Mm-hmm. But hopefully, this podcast situation will grow big for us, and this like really blows the fuck up, because that'll be cool. But Lyah, do you have any kind of closing remarks for our podcast today?
I will say this though, because I do want to kind of like, I know you kind of touched on it a little bit, but like the whole goal of us doing this podcast was so that we could basically have a conversation about things that have affected us, and hopefully, if you all catch a video where you can relate to anything that we talk about, don't, feel free to engage and feel free to like let us know.
Yeah,
We want to do a lot of fun things, a lot of cool things, but the goal is for it to be real. It's called Two Real Chicks for a reason. It's because we want to be as real and as authentic as possible.
very transparent over here.
Um, Sometimes maybe we may be a little bit too transparent,
Oh,
but
it's gonna get real on this channel.
but the goal of this is to be able to talk, debate, be able to, what the fuck? I feel like young people don't have, people our age don't really have people that are talking about the issues that they go through and things like
Mm-hmm.
that. And so I feel like us being 24, 25, we can do that with our different life experiences and stuff like that. So that's really the goal. Us trying to be as real and as authentic as possible, and
Yeah,
us trying to hopefully reach somebody, and hopefully whomever we're reaching, they can relate to whatever we're saying. So just
yeah,
stay tuned, and hopefully whenever we get all the back end stuff figured out, we can make this a whole audio thing, because that was originally the plan, but we can stick to video and um, YouTube streams for now. I guess we can do that.
yeah. This is gonna be fun. I'm excited. I've been waiting all day patiently, impatiently. I'm gonna be honest, to do this because Lyah and y'all gonna hear us disagree because me and Lyah be disagreeing, but we be hitting at the same point. But sometimes we just can't hear the point that the other one is saying, and I feel like that's what's gonna make this podcast and this platform really good, because you're gonna hear her opinion. Lyah be saying things very to the point, very matter of fact sometimes, and I just be like, oh, I'm just so nonchalant, like I don't really give a fuck. But y'all are going to get to see that dynamic on camera. Y'all gonna get to hear that over here, and that's gonna be an amazing experience for y'all. Cause I mean, we're kind of funny, we're kind of entertaining,
Sometimes we be popping off and we be like, wait a minute, that was a whole tangent.
right?
Get off your soapbox
All right.
and come on. Some of us talk too much. I ain't gonna say no names, Aisha,
Oh
but
my god, Lyah, I want to hear it, y'all. In our group chat, Lyah be going, she be talking.
lies.
I just be like, I'll be like, wow. Okay, Lyah, I'm gonna respond to all that, but damn, hold on,
No,
shit,
first of
hold on,
all,
you still sending them?
I know damn well, because I came back. Yeah, I had a day yesterday. I was mentally and probably physically, but more so mentally exhausting, because
Mm-hmm.
it's exhausting trying to create content for my TikToks, because I have two,
Mm-hmm.
and then the joint one that we have, and trying to make sure we post content across all platforms. That's a lot of shit to be
Yeah.
doing. So when I started it, I was just kind of like, fuck. And then it's like I had a paper to write that I hadn't started, but that's not important. Had a paper to
Lyah be
write,
trying to
so I had
slack in
to.
school, y'all. That's
No,
what
no,
that's what that
no, I
is.
don't. Don't be spreading them lies. See how she lie, Lyah. So I had a paper that I had to write, and that takes brain power, because you're trying to form the words and shit. It was just a lot. I was just exhausted because you're around technology all day. But I left the chat and kind of chill, relax my mind, relax my brain. These heifers left me 59 messages.
Well, we could call it 60 because I definitely hit her up like, hey, friend, you
Left
good? You
me
right?
59 messages in the chat, plus one from Lyah over there. I'm like, hey,
Mm-hmm.
I know you're not gonna see this or nothing. I know you probably won't respond. I won't see the response until in the morning. But you just seemed off, and all this stuff. But 59. But I think the
I had
funniest
to check on my
one.
friend.
I think the funniest one though. It wasn't funny, but it was because I knew she was gonna say it. She was like the one where she was talking about the commercial on
Oh
that
my
video
God.
you sent in the chat.
Yes.
I knew she was gonna say a prep commercial. I knew it.
Mm-hmm.
I just knew it. I said, "Now that's this YouTube. Y'all need to do better. What y'all are
YouTube
y'all
is
gonna put?
disrespectful.
Are y'all gonna put blind commercials on our videos?
Oh shit, talking about the newest technology for white canes. No.
Like, what are y'all gonna put uh ADA commercials on our videos because we are blind? Are y'all gonna do that? Because that's rude.
Please do that. Please do that. Just for Lyah. Please do that.
No, don't do that. Don't do
I'm gonna
that.
be like, Lyah, I was watching one of our videos and we seen an ADA commercial.
The commercial
Oh
they were
my
like
God, that
50
is
million
dirty.
Americans live with disabilities.
Yes. That
Don't
is
put that on.
disrespectful.
Don't put that on there.
Oh,
When
snap.
I take PrEP, HIV is virtually indetectable. Why would you put that on that man's video like that? Why would you do that?
His story was about some fight and he was about to cut some bitches up.
And they put
Oh
that
my
they put that damn commercial. That's so disrespectful.
God. It's
That is
disrespectful
rude.
as fuck.
YouTube is savagery at its best.
Ruthless.
Ruthless indeed.
Oh man. But y'all gonna get some good stuff from over here. This is our first real like episode. Next week it's gonna be way more structured. So just be looking out for episode 2 because we coming in with some controversial topics for the black community because y'all know how to act, right? So be ready for that.
They may
Period.
not all be controversial,
They gonna be all
They
controversial. We're gonna come in talking about Barack and his hairline. It ain't bad, but we coming in. I'm just playing. I'm just playing. I'm just playing. I'm just
we don't,
joking.
y'all don't listen to her. Listen to me because I'm the leader. We ain't talking about that.
Oh my god, my mouth is so dry. But I think this is it for this episode. My name is Aisha.
My name is Lyah.
And this has been Two Real Chicks. We will see y'all in the next episode. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Go follow all of our social medias that are linked down in the description box down below. And we'll see y'all in next week's video. Bye, y'all.
Bye.